Hello, hello, guys. Can you guys hear me? Live, we're live, we're live. Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? All right, we're live, we're live. Okay, so we're on it's D23, guys. D23 is today. D23. Ah, okay, there we go. D23 is today. We are here today, and as you also see, our studio is a bit different. A bit different now. The what you guys might want to know is that what you guys saw. This used to be behind me. What you seen back here, that used to be behind me. So I know you guys don't really much probably care for any of that, but let's just jump in. We're gonna open up our page right now. Which is gonna be discussing film. Yeah. So see, we are now opening up. So we got discussing film open. The presentation doesn't start for another few minutes. We still got time until it starts. So if you guys have any questions, just fire them into the chat right now. Fire them in, and we'll just start talking about everything. Just fire them in. We still have what 2 minutes. 2 minutes before like it's actual kickoff time. Actual kickoff time. So that's really exciting. Okay, I see that this stream not looking so right. So let me do something real quick. How about that? Nope. Okay. Well, I guess like we're just gonna have to keep it like this. So it might not be like totally up close. Like you guys can still read everything that's going on down there if you full screen it. All right, guys. So we're still a few minutes away. Few minutes away from this starting. So we're still a few minutes away from this starting. Still a few minutes away. Let's see. Actually, no, it's supposed to be starting right now. Refresh discussing film right now. So the only thing that we have right now is that they have the Wizardry of Waverly Place reboot up there right now, which that's kind of exciting. I was very excited for when they announced this. The Wizards of Waverly Place possibly coming back. That's going to be a really cool thing that they brought that back. I believe Selena Gomez come back for one episode. But that's Disney Channel, so like we're not like totally like super like involved and know much about that. But we were mostly excited about for tonight is the Star Wars, the Marvel, and of course the Pixar presentations that are be happening. Of course, guys, put any questions you have in the chat. Anything you want. Any questions. Anything you want me to know would be very, very good. What I am seeing, also on this Twitter page, is that they have Cyclops and Moon Knight trending now. I think this Cyclops is trending first of all because of X Men. Everyone loves X Men. Everyone just loves like X Men because they're like, oh, it's X Men. It's Marvel. They're going to announce X Men. I don't. I think there's going to be no X Men, no X Men. And Moon Knight, I heard like some people are excited that maybe Midnight Suns might be announced. But I'm not really sensing that that's going to happen. Let's refresh the page again. All right, so we got something right here. The Disney Entertainment panel is about to start at D23. Okay, and if you guys do not know this right now, that D23, it's a bit different. They're having it, I believe, in one of the basketball arenas right now, which is kind of really cool, And of course, you got the gambit. I'm gonna make a name for myself on the side down there, which that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. But yeah, so we'll just keep refreshing this page and seeing what we're gonna get. So let's do another refresh. Okay, I actually didn't refresh what I wanted to, but yeah. Sorry for the poor connection, guys. Sorry for the poor connection. I've been dealing with some Wi-Fi issues over here the last couple of days. Uh, I I can't really do anything about it really right now. There's nothing really to do about it. That's why content's been kind of slow. So yeah, it's not going to be the fastest, but I'm just trying to get this out here. Trying to get this out here. But let's refresh the page. Yeah, let's go refresh it. Just 1 second. All right, refreshing. Anything else? Okay, so we got a little look inside the center. It looks like it's about to go down crazy in there. With everyone in there, everyone is looking forward to what's going on there, which is really awesome to see. But still, really no reward or anything yet. Which I don't know if that's going to be concerning. It's not concerning what I'm saying. They're just taking their time. This is a 2 hour presentation. This is going to be a 2 hour live stream, probably 2 hour plus live stream of us going through everything that's going to be going on in this event. Uh, so I can refresh again to see if there's anything. But I don't expect there to be much news right now. Just kind of like when I was at Comic Con, news didn't come starting to like 5 to 6 minutes, like really in the Comic Con because first they show the thing and then everyone tweets about it. But of course, just like Comic Con, that people are having the X Men names trending. Names like Cyclops, Nightcrawler trending. Because I think people are hoping for X Men news, which I think I already talked about this if you watched the live stream for Comic Con, that this is mostly just going to be about TV for Marvel. They didn't do any of their upcoming TV shows during the live event at Comic Con that they did, but today they have a chance to present shows. And the one show I'm looking forward to is Daredevil Born again. If they drop anything for that, maybe they drop a trailer online. I'm going to say we won't be reacting to any trailers. We won't be watching any trailers live. Maybe we might watch it live. I don't know with this internet connection if it's going to work live. That's the thing. So that's what I'm really worried about. That it's going to be very buggy if we do a trailer reaction. So that's the only problem I'm seeing. Yeah, because I don't have the best connection right now, guys. So I'm just trying my best to, just look at the upcoming news. If there's any trailers, we might react to them. Not, I might save that for just doing it on the channel, at a later date. But if the connection is good, we might be able to do it. Let's refresh the page. Yeah, so nothing yet. Nothing. And of course, Moon Knight is. I don't know why Moon Knight's going up so high. I think the reason Moon Knight is so high right now is because people really, actually, really want that Midnight Suns project. What I think would be nice, the one thing I don't think they will be nice for Marvel, is if we started talking about Blade. I don't think Blade will be mentioned here. Marvel just made a huge bang at Comic Con. I don't think they need to make a necessarily huge bang here because they made a very controversial bang with Robert Downey Jr. And you saw we reacted to that live, and we kind of, I approve of it. I approve of Robert Downey Jr. coming back to play his role as Tony Stark. But a lot of people think it's like, oh, it's desperate, Oh, it's desperate that they're bringing Tony Stark back to the MCU, he's dead, they're just bringing him back so because they're on a high right now. No, I think Marvel always does something for a narrative reason, even if their universe isn't as hot as it was. back in the day. They still have a reason. And I think the Robert Downey Jr. casting is a good casting. I think it's a really, really good casting. A very casting I think is really good. And not just because, it's Robert Downey Jr. No, because, I can see, a version of Tony Stark turning into Victor Von Doom, It just necessarily doesn't have to be our mainline Doctor Doom. It could be, what if he went down this path? I think the only thing is that they need to convince the audience that this is not Tony Stark, but this is Victor Von Doom. And he's a very, very different person than the hero people had watched the last 10 years. But I'm talking a lot about Marvel right now, a lot about Marvel. Because Marvel's only my jam. Star Wars, would be interesting. I'll talk about some other things I might be interested in. Rumors I've heard, I've heard that they might announce, and maybe show a trailer for the new Atlantis: The Lost Empire live action remake. Don't take my word on it. As just a rumor. I saw that rumor floating around. That would be great. That movie was a movie of my childhood. I watched that movie so many times, and Michael J. Fox is. I think it's Michael J. Fox. It's been a while since I watched it, but that's a trick movie. If they did a live action, I would be in there day one because it's one of my favorite Disney animated films. I just think it's that good. I really do think it's that good. But talking a lot, the 3 minutes have passed, so let's refresh the page. And nope, 7 minutes have passed, and they're probably doing a whole intro right now, which I'm guessing, because that's what makes the most sense. They're doing an intro like, hey, this is the plan for tonight. You're gonna see this first. You're gonna see all these things, but try to not like super tweet them. There might be some secret stuff they might show. Just for the audience. Just kind of what they do at Comic-Con, because this, of course, people pay to go into these events. This is an exclusive event to go to, so they got to be very careful about what's shown to the public and what's just shown to the attendees, because you pay the amount of money that D23 is to get into this to this entertainment panel. You're gonna have to get some exclusive stuff only you can watch. So don't expect a billion trailers drop, but we're gonna get a lot of news. There's going to be a lot of news dropping, because what I have heard is that Disney has some big things they're dropping. Big things are dropping for all studios. And I'm not just excited for Marvel. I'm excited for Star Wars. I'm really excited for what Pixar's got, and seeing if just Walt Disney Studios has some cool stuff like that. Atlantis: Lost Empire. Maybe some news on that Hercules movie. And because Hercules, I recently watched Hercules like a year ago, and it became one of my favorite Disney classic movies. I love Hercules. The music in there is so iconic. And it was been rumored that the Russo brothers are involved with this Hercules movie, and I would be very interested to see that. I don't know if they are anymore, because they are doing the 2 Avengers movies, but just an announcement like, hey, Hercules is still coming. We got this guy playing Hercules. We got this girl playing Meg. That would be really cool to see. That would be something that can be entertaining. Okay, let's refresh this page again. What do we got? Anything new? Nope. Almost 9 to 10 minutes in, and there's been nothing refreshed on the page. Nothing. Oh. So, yeah, they're probably doing the opening remarks right now. I'm going to guess that. But they're probably doing the opening remarks. And, this is 2 hours, guys. So, you got to think about it. Marvel's whole presentation, that was 1 hour. What we covered, that was an entire 1 hour presentation. And look what they were able to cover in that presentation. Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, Cap 4, Avengers, Robert Downey Jr., and Russo brothers. They did all that in 1 hour. So imagine what they have now. If Disney has all these panels, they're going to spend time on each one. I'm going to guess, there's probably maybe 5 to 4 major studios for Disney, because there's Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, Disney, maybe the Disney Animation Studio, and then the Walt Disney Studio, where they have just the Disney affiliate movies. Maybe, I don't know. 20th Century. I just forgot that 20th Century Studios might also be here. If 20th Century Studios shows up with some fire, I can imagine, 20th Century, I don't expect them to walk on stage like Alien and Romulus. You guys want to see some more stuff like that? It's no, because there's kids here. You show them Alien and Romulus at D23, they're going to be traumatized. I expect more of the 20th century, kid-friendly films. Okay. All right. The final song plays as the 2 hour long Disney entertainment panel starts up. So it looks like they played a song. All right. So I guess they played the Disney song. Let's take a hear of this. Really, dude, it's popping in there. This is what I've been saying they should be doing for Comic Con. Instead of just doing like a small event, instead of a small event where they put everyone in little Hall H, even though Hall H is iconic, they need to do something what Disney's doing right now. Have like this many people being able to get in because I have not heard anything where people have not been able to get in to this event. But let's keep going. Let's refresh the page again, see if anything else has. That was just a few seconds ago, so nothing else could be out yet. Yeah, so that was about a minute ago. They're doing like the final songs before it starts. Some other things I think will be announced. I think they'll officially talk a little bit about more Toy Story 6 and maybe or is it Toy Story 5? No, Toy Story 5, and they'll talk about Frozen 3. Because those are very big properties over at Disney. For Pixar, I don't really know what Pixar's going to do. I think they're going to talk about that ELO film that we got a teaser trailer for like a few months ago, or maybe almost a year ago. Uh, I don't know what else for Pixar. I can't remember. It's Toy Story Pixar, guys. Put it in the chat and tell me. I can't remember. I thought like Toy Story was Walt Disney Animation. I thought it was their department, but maybe it's Pixar. I don't know. I really don't know for Pixar, but it's exciting because I've heard they might announce some cool stuff for Pixar at this event. That'd be cool. I do think the major ones people are looking forward to are Marvel and Star Wars. Those are the main ones. But I'm just excited to hear what's going to be announced, guys. Just to hear what is going to be announced out of this event, because like I said before, if you just came here, they're gonna announce. I've heard they're gonna announce some big stuff. There's gonna be some big stuff dropping, some really really big stuff dropping, and not like trailer stuff, but I heard like announcements, and that's possible. Marvel might be making more announcements here tonight than they did at Comic Con. It might not just end with the Robert Downey Jr. Announcement. No, we might it drops like Shang-Chi 2 might be dropped, which my hope for Shang-Chi 2, if they announce it, is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Iron Fist. I think there's so much awesome potential for a movie called that. Seeing what the Legend of the Iron Fist can do against the 10 rings, like that is such a cool concept if you were able to do that for a film. Uh, I think for Marvel, a lot of people are hoping for Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns doesn't make sense to announce yet because they only have really two supernatural heroes, in my opinion, confirmed for in the Marvel universe, and that's Doctor Strange and Moon Knight. They really have no one else. Blade has not come out yet. You can't do a Midnight Suns without Blade. Like you can't, because the Midnight Suns are Blade. You can't do a Midnight Suns without him. And who knows what's going on. I just want them to talk about it. I just want them to mention Blade, to say like, hey, we need to joke about it in Deadpool. We need to know about Blade. All right. Okay. Warner Brothers is dropping stuff about Joker 2 right now. I know this was from a while ago. Okay. That was stuff from a while ago. I don't know. You know why it does that. Still nothing yet. 4 minutes. They're still doing this. Wow, we're 15 minutes in, guys, and they haven't dropped anything. This presentation only goes to 9 o'clock, guys. Only to 9 o'clock, and there's an hour 45 left. I'm kind of worried here, a little bit worried, that we haven't seen anything else drop on this news. Now, I have said before, if there's any trailers, we will not be watching the trailers since my connection right now is really, really bad. Like, I'm doing the live stream. I'm going to be like kind of pixelated, kind of, staticky on this end. But trailers are, if I'm going to do a trailer reaction, I'm going to, possibly pause the live stream and go and watch the trailer, and then I'll talk about the trailer we'll upload it to the channel later. But no trailers will be being watched. I will not be watching any trailers. If a trailer is dropped, I will watch the trailer. I won't put it up on here. It's going to be a separate video where I put up the trailer reactions. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I want them to be Uh, good reactions. Not man. We are. It's almost to 7:20, guys. Almost to 7:20, and still nothing has been announced. Nothing has dropped yet. Nothing at all, which is a little bit concerning. I'm a bit concerned about that. Since maybe I don't know what's going on. I'm not there. I'm not Disney. Maybe they're talking about stuff right now. Maybe Star Wars or Marvel are up there talking about the X Men reboot right now. Who knows? By the way, guys, if you've not checked out my Let's Talk About series, we have talked about that. It's being rumored that we actually know some of the members that might show up in the X Men reboot. We already have like 5 rumored ones, and those ones are Iceman, Jubilee, Angel, Gambit, and Kitty Pryde. Those are the 5 that are being heavily rumored right now to be on the roster for that film. Now, do I think X Men will be talked about tonight? Not at all. I don't expect X Men to be talked about at all tonight. I do expect, though, Daredevil. Daredevil is a must. Daredevil comes out, I believe, early 2025. Early 2025, not 2024, since they retooled the entire show. So Daredevil is coming out 2025. So I expect for them either to drop a trailer online or 100% they're showing a trailer at D23 for Daredevil, because that's going to get a big pop because a lot of people love Daredevil. It's Daredevil. And, of course, I'm excited about the show because not only Daredevil showing up, one of my favorite Netflix characters is the Punisher, played by John Bernthal. And I can't wait to see how they're going to do that in a Disney Plus show, because Punisher is he's a really deep character. He's a really, really, kind of in a way, to Blade type S character. All right, let's see. Anything else updated? Okay. Bob Iger's on stage. Okay, Bob Iger's on stage. Let's read this real quick. Okay, so we got here. Bob Iger's here to introduce the Disney Entertainment Panel. There's nothing we love more than to entertain you, to thrill you, and to fill your hearts with joy and wonder. That's the man right there. That is the man right there. The man, the myth, the legend, Bob Iger, one of the best CEOs in showbiz. Oh, I'm glad he came back and took over from Chapek. He's got to get us excited right now. Disney. They're in a high place right now. In my opinion, they're at a high. It was just also reported the other day. Just also reported that Disney Plus had finally they're able to break even in cash with doing a streaming service, and we all know that through the streaming services, you're not going to make money in a few years once you start streaming services. So they're finally making money through it, and and then they just had Deadpool, and Disney might actually have the 2 highest grossing movies of the year in Inside Out and Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't think about that. They might have the biggest 2 movies of this box office this year. That is just amazing. All right, we're gonna refresh again. We got. All right, still same. Still all the same. Maybe just discussing films being slow, or maybe I'm just slow. It's very much a possibility that my thing's just loading really, really slow. But I guess all we can do is just really wait. Try to find out. Are they actually announcing anything now? Are they doing anything right now? Because it just feels like they're still in the opening remarks, and we're almost 30 minutes in, and no actual movie or TV show announcements from any of the studios. So we gotta keep waiting for these announcements. Damn, Yep, still nothing yet. Still nothing. Wow, this is going a lot slower than Comic Con. Oh, okay, a lot slower than Comic Con. I guess we could just talk to each other more, just keep talking about things that we want to introduce. So I've already talked about Marvel, things I think that might be a thing I'm excited for. Let's go into Star Wars. Let's talk about Star Wars. All our Acolyte reactions are now up. Our first ever Star Wars series reaction is now up on the channel with the Acolyte. Another thing I want to talk about with Star Wars, I think they need to make clear right now movies. Movies have to be a priority for Star Wars. My whole thing is that they've really made Star Wars a TV franchise instead of a movie franchise. Look behind me. I got a Star Wars The Force Awakens poster. Say what you want about the sequel trilogy. I really love that movie. And in my opinion, Star Wars is a experiential event you go to the theaters to see. It's not something you just pull up on your TV show. And the things that I haven't liked about Star Wars is that they keep hiring people who are using Star Wars as a stepping stone to do other things. I'm like, if you are hired to do Star Wars, one of the most iconic franchises in the history of the movie world, you got to be like, this is what I've been working for my entire life. I've been working to get on a Star Wars movie or TV show, no matter what it is. You need to take it seriously. You need to know the content you're doing. You need to look like, okay, this was maybe in a book, but maybe we can put it in a movie, TV show. Because my problem with the Acolyte is that they tried to do their own thing because they thought, oh, we're in an era of Star Wars that's never been explored. Well, except people know about this era. They know it from the books, from the video games, from all the other lore that's in there. So if you're gonna do that, you got to have the accurate source material to do it. I know I'm nitpicking right now. I know I'm kind of nitpicking, them right now. Nitpicking Disney and nitpicking Star Wars. I think Star Wars, needs to come off a bang. I think they need to announce movies instead of just announcing 100 TV shows or 100 movies they're never going to make. I think that's what they need to do. All right, let's press the page. See, I want to see who's up first in this. Who's up first? All right, yeah, still nothing yet. That was 6 minutes ago. 6 minutes ago, and still nothing is uploaded. Still nothing. Nothing's changed. Guys, we're 7 minutes away from 7:30. 7:30. This is only going to 9 o'clock. It's only a 2-hour presentation. We've already gone 23 minutes in, but like I said, they could be showing something right now. They could be showing, Aqualite season 2 announcement. They could be showing the first put together trailer for Thunderbolts. I know there's been a Thunderbolt trailer showed at Comic Con, but usually the stuff at Comic Con, if they don't release it like publicly, that means like the VFX and stuff aren't finished yet. Okay, so just calm down, calm down. Don't hate on me. Don't hate on me. So let's refresh this page again. Let's refresh. All right, come on. Announcements. No. Ah. Oh God. What I think is happening is they're showing a studio showing their stuff right now, and they don't want people taking out their phones until maybe after the presentation is done. But I don't know. Usually scoopers aren't like that. Usually scoopers, are always be like, hey, they're on top of their game. And if you guys are joining now, I am saying now that we are not reacting to any trailers. If you want to go see the trailer reactions from today, I will be uploading them later tonight, or I'll be uploading them tomorrow. That's when you'll be able to go see those trailers. Just because our live stream is very I've been having Wi-Fi problems, so I don't want to upload any bad trailer reactions because I really care about getting like solid content that you will enjoy, that you would want to go watch over and over again. And I'm sorry about the live stream. There's nothing I really can do about it. I'm trying to fix my Wi-Fi problem for the last week or so. You see me, in so many different positions around my house, trying to switch positions, giving you the content that you guys love, giving, making sure you guys are coming here, enjoying the content, enjoying everything that I'm doing. We've had so much support, these last few weeks, especially since we've been really deviating a lot to video games as well. The Resident Evil watch alongs have been doing great. The playthroughs, I just have started doing Stellar Blade, which has been a blast, and we're starting to get to finishing up Resident Evil 4, and we're gonna be finishing up Final Fantasy Rebirth soon, and then we got some exciting other games coming soon. I got some other good ones planned for you guys. All right, let's refresh the page. Oh, this is cool. Okay, our first really big thing. Moana 2 is the first film up at D23 with a live performance from Ali Calvaro. I mispronounced that wrong. I am terrible with pronouncing names. If you guys have not watched me before, I am terrible at it. I'm terrible at it. But that's cool that they're showing us stuff from Moana 2. I think Moana 2 can be a $2 billion film, in my opinion. Yeah, I think not no. Did I say just 2 billion? No, and $1 billion. Don't call me. I think Moana could be a $1 billion film with the amount of people who watched that first teaser trailer. For the amount of people who love that first Moana, me included. I love that first Moana. A fun fact I don't think a lot of people know, when I was a freshman in high school, Moana came out. And, I decided, that year, I was a freshman, I was invited on a trip to go to Tahiti, and go around those surveying islands. And I got to do some scuba diver training. And, I was with the scuba instructor, and he told me, he's like, and like everyone's like driving like to the ferry boats because there's ferry boats that go to each island. And I'm like, hey man, like, why are all these people going to these ferry boats? He's like, oh, they're going to the main island, Tahiti, to go watch Moana. Everyone was on these islands were going to go see Moana. Maybe it's because they felt finally they're about to be represented in a film, or maybe just because the movie was that enjoyable and people loved it. It was I felt like it was a very, very different type of Disney animated film, a film that I really enjoy. And I think the music is amazing. The characters Moana and Maui are such like Disney icons now that I think it's a really cool that they were able to make the second one. And of course, we do have a live action one coming as well. All right, so let's refresh the page. We're gonna refresh the page again. Let's see what we got. All right, so we got some more news. Okay, Moana 2 includes Moana taking upon the role of chief leader and also now has a younger sister. Okay, so we kind of knew that in the film that she would be taking more of a leadership role with her tribe. I know her becoming chief, since she went on that grand adventure in the first movie. But it's really cool that she's now going to have a younger sibling, Maybe, it's going to be like, oh, the younger sibling, wants to go explore the world. And, Moana is going to be kind of saying the same thing her father said to her, that they aren't explorers anymore, that they should just stay here, be quiet, and just live peacefully. And, maybe that's a thing going on, Who knows why Moana needs to go out on another adventure in this film? We still don't really know. That teaser trailer did not give us much of the story, which is what a teaser trailer should do. Is what a teaser trailer should do. This movie, I'm very excited, guys. Like I said, I'm very excited for this film. One of my it I wish I put it on my most anticipated list of the year because after watching that trailer, it really rose over my anticipated list. I feel really stupid for putting Craven on that list. Like I feel like generally really, really dumb for putting Craven on that list. Like that was just oh my gosh. I don't know why I put Craven on that list. Because Moana is better than Craven. All right. Anything else? Okay, so they're still talking about Moana. All right, we're still on Moana right now. Nothing more news. Uh, like I said, this isn't just Marvel and Star Wars. People really think like, oh, it's D23. The entire time is going to be dedicated to Star Wars and Marvel. No, if you really think about it, Pixar has had a comeback year. You look at Pixar right now. They just had Inside Out 2, which was great. They had Elementals, I think, the other year, which I loved Elemental. It wasn't a super success. It did make $500 million at the box office, but also Elemental, I think, was a really cool. It was the first time. It was like the first time I've ever seen like an animated romantic comedy, and I really loved it. And what I love about it, it's not just a romantic comedy. It's an immigrant story, and I would actually love it. I was like, hey, we're gonna do some shorts on the world of elementals because that would be really cool to see. But let's refresh the page, see what else if anything else is being talked about now. Nope. Okay. Everything is the same. Everything is the same right now. Okay. So nothing is changing. Oh, if you guys have anything you guys want me to start talking about, just put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Yeah, sorry, I thought my dog was still behind me. If you saw it earlier, she just kind of came running in here, rolling around on my bed. I'm like, oh my gosh, dog, get out of here. But let's refresh the page. Refresh the page. Okay. All right. Okay, so they dropped a new trailer. Dropped a new trailer online. We are not watching this. Uh, we're not gonna watch this right now. We're definitely not gonna go watch this right now. Like I said, all the trailers they drop online will be filmed tonight, and they will be dropping later after the live stream. I know you guys are probably like, "Oh, watch the trailer, watch the trailer." I do want to watch the trailer. I do want to watch it, but I want to film it under better conditions where I'm not just because you see with live stream right now, I'm kind of like very, very in and out right now, very in and out. And I don't want it to be a messy trailer. So this trailer reaction is going. I'm going to put that up after this is all done. And trust me, guys, I want to watch this teaser. I want to watch this new official trailer, get a more sense of the story. I really, really do. And if any other, if discussing film puts up any like a trailer reaction, like analysis, I'm gonna skip over that. I'm not gonna read any of it. I'm just gonna cover my eyes, not read it, because I'm gonna react to that. I want to react to it raw. I want to react to the trailer raw, and that's what I want to do. All right, let's refresh the page. All right, still with the trailer. Still with the trailer. I don't know why Dragon Ball is trending right now. Did something happen with Dragon Ball? If I'm missing, I'm just gonna look to see like why is Dragon Ball trending? Because 20th Century Studios does own Dragon Ball's rights. I'm like, no way. Is Disney announcing another Dragon Ball live action movie? Like that would be insane. That would be absolutely insane if Dragon Ball was announced. Yeah, I don't know why Dragon Ball is trending right now. Maybe it's for the new Sparkling Zero game. Oh, I get it. Fortnite. Yeah, they just added some Dragon Balls, some Ball Z skins to Fortnite. Yeah, okay. So that's why it's trending. Okay. Okay. All right, let's go back. Let's just continue with this. Let's continue looking at this page, seeing what else is going to be dropping. Come on. Anything else new? Nope, we're still on that trailer from Moana. That was 2 minutes ago, and the trailer is 2:10. So they could just be shifting to the next focus. I They must be on the Walt Disney Animation Studios or just Walt Disney Studios uh, to studio presentation right now. Uh, I do think Marvel is going to be the last one. That's what I think right now. I think Marvel is going to be last because everyone is looking forward to Marvel. I think Pixar is going to be next. One thing I did realize is that 20th Century Studios is a part of Disney. And, I don't know what they're going to drop if they do 20th Century Studios. I don't think it's possible they might have a presence there. I don't know. If they do 20th Century Studios, I don't think they're doing anything for Alien Romulus because you got kids there and kids are be like, I don't want to see the big bad alien eat the people and all the blood. Like, you can't show that to kids. You can't show that at a Disney expo about an alien going around eating people and like having things snap out of people's chests. Like that just you can't just do that. You can't do that. Uh, but let's refresh the page. It would be kind of funny if they're like, hey, you guys want to see a new look at Alien? Oh, what the heck? They're making a oh okay. So some breaking news, everyone. They are now making a Monster Jam movie about monster truck drivers with Dwayne Johnson. Monster Jam is a very, very thing close to my heart as well. I grew up watching the trucks, Gravedigger, Oh, this could be actually, I'm thinking about this. This could be actually really interesting. Kind of like an expose, into to monster truck drivers. We always see, the big ass monster trucks. It's like, but what like toll does that take on a person? This could be like really interesting. Of course, you got Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson, you think of Monster Jam, I think Dwayne Johnson. So that is a cool announcement. Giving Dwayne Johnson more money, him making more movies. Oh, at least it's not animated. Okay, animated. Okay, we're not looking at that Moana thing up there. We're just okay. So we'll keep talking about this Dwayne Johnson stuff. Keep talking about Monster Jam and Dwayne Johnson. I think it's a very, very cool, very, very, very cool idea that they are doing a Monster Jam movie. Like I said, it is Disney though, and I'm not saying it's not gonna be bad, but Dwayne Johnson movies aren't usually Oscar-worthy films. Nothing against Dwayne Johnson. I love him. I love Dwayne Johnson. It's just, they're good fun to have the movies with his movies, and I did not expect any movie about Monster Jam to be announced. The thing about that, I didn't even know Disney had the rights to Monster Jam. Really, that's the surprising part that they even have the rights to do a Monster Jam film. That just amazes me. Okay, yeah, that still that's pretty cool. That is I'm gonna say it's pretty cool. I'm interested. I'm interested. Maybe if I see a trailer, I'll be more interested, or maybe if I do see a trailer, I'll be like, this is not for me. All right. Anything else new? All right. Nope. Nothing else new. Nothing else new. Okay. So we're still waiting on more stuff. So like I said, they are in, I believe, the Disney, just Disney, not Disney Studios, apparently, just the Walt Disney Studios stuff they're doing right now, which I think they've announced a few stuff in there, stuff, that won't get me super excited. The one thing I really want to see is that if this rumor's true, if they're gonna announce or maybe drop a trailer for this new Atlantis: The Lost Empire live action remake. If you look on IMDb, this movie is scheduled for 2024. I don't think it was ever officially announced by Disney at all, but it would still be cool, to get like that. Like, oh, here's a live action Atlantis movie. Oh, that's really cool. What I really would love to see Disney do is Disney has such a catalog of classic movies. Like, just don't just do remakes of your princess, movies, like Ariel, Cinderella, Snow White, or Beauty and the Beast. Like, there's some really like great animated films Disney has. You look at movies like Treasure Planet. I'd love to see a Treasure Planet live action. Uh, Atlantis, The Lost Empire. That's another good one. I also mentioned Hercules. These are all movies that are great animated movies, not just because they're animated, just because they're really good movies. Oh, they're a fun time to watch. Just plopping on Atlantis, The Lost Empire was like my jam when I was a kid. I watched that movie so many times. I loved it. I think I also had a crush on the girl in that movie when I was a kid. But yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Guys, I I mentioned this. I said that 20th Century Studios is there, but no way James Cameron's gonna walk on stage. James Cameron is here to talk about the Avatar sequels. Avatar, Avatar. Oh, what are the games movies like 2030? Because like it took you 10 years to make the last one. Oh, if they come out and they announce the title for the next Avatar film, that will be amazing. Maybe he's gonna lay out a map like, okay, we're gonna make like four more avatars or three more avatars, and like then that's gonna be the end of the Avatar, main saga. I don't know. Let's refresh the page. Anything else new? Okay, so nothing else yet. So James Cameron's talking about Avatar. Okay, I did not expect Avatar right now. Uh, of course, I love Avatar as well. You can see in my little corner of my room right there, I have an Avatar Way of Water poster, which I picked up opening night when I went to go see the film. I saw that movie approximately 5 times. I saw that movie 5 times. It's the most I've ever seen a movie before. I absolutely love Avatar. I've never seen a movie more than that because every time I went in, the movie just was more beautiful and beautiful. Uh, I I really like loved the second one a lot more than first. I felt like it was amazing, and being like a scuba diver when I was in high school and seeing how much care James Cameron like showed the water worlds in that, and how real it looked, made me just so excited for what he was doing with that film, and of course nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars that year. So James Cameron comes in with fire every time. Okay, all right, we got Avatar for you. Let's read this. Avatar 3 has more emotional stakes than ever. He adds that there will be new cultures, which we expected, biomes, and cities in Pandora never seen before. It's not what you expect, but it's what you want. Okay, so we got news on Avatar 3, guys. This is Avatar 3 news right now. We're getting news on Avatar 3. It's been rumored that they're gonna do like a fire like kind of culture. That kind of like lives close to like volcanoes. Not people like firebenders from like Avatar, but like people who like have fire as like a really huge thing in their societies. You look today like in ancient in indigenous societies, fire is such a big thing. You have like different types of gods that wield fire. So I would love Avatar to delve more into you know, the legends they have, in Pandora, into the Navi of the spirit tree of like the ancestors and those little like jellyfish looking things. That's why I was really interested. We did see that thing, with I can't remember the daughter of Grace in that movie. Kiri. We saw that thing with Kiri and her mom, and we still don't know who Kiri's real dad is. That would be interesting to find out in this third film. All right, guys, let's refresh the page. Anything else? Maybe a title card for the next movie? Nope. Okay, so it's cool they're talking about it. Avatar, very cool. So 20th Century Studios does have a presence. Okay, so we're on to 20th Century right now, which makes sense because I think Pixar, Star Wars, or Marvel are going to take up probably the last hour, maybe hour and a half of this presentation. Who knows? They might go over the 9 o'clock runtime, honestly. But let's keep it fresh page. Very cool. Avatar free. Finally talking about it. I honestly don't expect I do not expect Avatar free news to come out for a long, long time. I don't know why that's happening right now. Okay, still nothing yet. Still nothing yet. So maybe I have a feeling they're about to drop a title for this Avatar movie. I think they're about to drop a name card. Maybe it's like Avatar, Nation of Fire. That'd be a cool title, but that kind of gets into like Tar, the Last Airbender situations where you have the Fire Nation. But like I've said, Avatar. It's one of the highest grossing franchises I believe in all time. Two movies that have grossed $2 billion. That is very exclusive, James Cameron. That is a very exclusive club. And guess what? James Cameron has three $2 billion movies: Titanic, Avatar 1, Avatar 2. That's a feat that I think no other director in the world has. It could be possible for the Russo brothers if those Avengers movies get to 2 billion, but I don't see those Avengers movies getting there. James Cameron is in a class that only he is in, and he is only invited to that party. All right. Oh no, it's coming out next year. What? All right, guys. So we have an official title. Breaking news: official title for Avatar 3. It is titled Avatar: Fire and Ash. Just like we talked about, that it's going to have to do with a Fire Nation people. I'm surprised. This is coming out next year, guys. Next December. Wow. Oh my gosh. We're getting this movie in December 2025. Is this real? Am I seeing is this a fan edit? Because that's some news right there that Disney just dropped. They just dropped the title card and date for Avatar 3, which is now titled Avatar Fire and Ash. Oh, another $2 billion win for James Cameron, my friends. Another $2 billion win for James freaking Cameron. We have just been announced, if you're just joining us, Avatar 3 is officially announced. Avatar, Fire and Ash, coming to theaters December 2025. What an announcement here. We haven't even gotten to Marvel and Star Wars yet, guys. We're not even there yet. Oh my god. Avatar. I didn't even expect Avatar to be talked about, guys. I did not. This is the official logo they just put out. Let's look at this beauty. Oh, that is a awesome ass logo with the blue of the Navi. Then you have the fire in the background. You know, I think it's also been rumored that they've talked about that it is possible that Avatar, these Fire Nation people, they are good. They're not going to be like the water tribe. They're not going to be like the forest tribe that where they aren't nice. No, these are just mean, mean, mean Navi. They are your typical villains. They hate everyone. Humans, Navi, other Navi. They could be another conflict in the film. I do hope they bring back the exact same cast that are still kicking around. Since we do know one of Sully's sons is now dead. That could be cool. I think it'd be really cool to see a lot of them grown up because it took them a while to film that movie, a long time to film that Avatar movie. Uh, man, Avatar being announced. I did not expect that tonight, guys. Not on this Friday night did I expect to see Avatar being officially announced. Wow. What else can I announce? All right, what is this? First logo of Dream Productions, a series set between Inside Out and Inside Out 2. So the series follows Dream Productions, the movie studio inside Riley's mind that makes up her dreams. Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Wow. They do, they had done like little spin-offs from Inside Out. They had the Riley's First Date short, which is absolutely amazing. And now they're doing, we've looked at the emotions inside people, but what about dreams? Who is there like a dream department? And it's funny because they're being like, okay, the dreams in people's minds are they're treating it like movie studios, movies. So that's going to be really cool to see. Of course, you'll probably get cameos from others, and it does look like okay, it's not a short, it's a series. Okay, so we've never gotten an official like another Inside Out series. We gotten shorts, but not a series before. So this is very cool to see. Inside Out, Dream Productions is officially coming 2025. Just somewhere in 2025. That's another cool one. Especially you're gonna get those Inside Out fans really excited about that. So it's kind of weird how we're shifting because oh no, I missed something, guys. What is this? What did I miss? Whoa, okay, I missed some stuff for Avatar. Oh, look at these. Now, if those people do not look evil, I don't know what does not look evil. These literally look like people who eat people. Like, look at these. They look like literally Resident Evil monsters, in my opinion. Look, these guys do not look friendly. Do not look friendly at all. Yeah, over here. Can't wait to finally seeing an evil Navi. Yeah, these are evil Navi. Like I said, it's been highly rumored that we're gonna get evil Navi in this movie, which you always think like in every world, there are good, but then there's also bad, and there has to be a bad nation out there, a nation that you don't talk about. And fire is the perfect nation to be evil. People who worship something that kills and hurts people, that is something that can be threatening both the water tribe and the forest tribe, especially the forest tribe with their forests. Maybe even we see the Fire Nation of the Navi make an allegiance with the humans to finally take out Jake Sully. That could be a very big possibility as well. All right, so those are some really cool concept art images right there. That is really, really cool. Ah, so amazed we got after. Oh, here we go. Toy Story 5. All right, so Toy Story 5 will be directed by Andrew Stanton, who did Wally in theaters summer 2026. Okay, so they probably won't have anything to show for this. So we got Toy Story 5 now. We knew it was coming. They talked about Toy Story 5 coming. I'm excited to see where they're going to go with this. I love the first free Toy Stories. I have not seen Toy Story 4. I did not watch it. In a way, I kind of grew out of the Toy Story movies. As a kid, I had a Woody action figure when I was in like what was it like elementary school? Toy Story was my jam, but I grew out of it. But seeing how long, and how successful this franchise has been, this is a franchise that, where the last one made over $1 billion as a movie. You don't think about it, but that movie made $1 billion. And of course, the box office isn't the same as it is today, but still an amazing feat for an animated film just to be part of the $1 billion club. So Toy Story 5, not coming from Josh Cooley, who is in the middle of doing Transformers 1 right now, which I just heard great things about that movie as well. All right, what's next? What do we have right here? Pixar's first form series, Warner or Lose, will premiere on December 6th on Disney Plus. Okay, so I heard about this. They talked about this in the Investors Days call back in like I think 2022, maybe like 2021, that they were doing this series called Warner Lose, and it looks like it's going to be their first series that they are attempting for Disney Plus, which is really cool to see. Pixar diversified, not just doing movies. On Pixar, they're in a place where I think they can do this right now. They just had Inside Out 2, Elementals, huge hits, and they're also just announced that Inside Out spinoff. But guys, I'm still reeling for this Avatar news right now. This Avatar news has really, really surprised me. Oh, Oh, what an interesting idea. So the film follows the toys going up against electronics. Oh, imagine, these are this the Toy Story franchise has been around since the 2000s, but what if now we're in the modern times? What if the toys weren't being played with because everyone's on their devices, and it's gonna be that's an interesting way to do a Toy Story 5. Now I can see why you wanted to tell the story. You know, out with the old and with the new. What kids really use today are more electronics than actual toys. Which is beyond me because as a kid I remember always wanting to get toys. Electronics weren't really a thing in my life until I was like probably in eighth grade when I got my first phone. So this is gonna be a really interesting thing. It's probably not. I probably won't be relate to it as much, but I do think it's a really, really interesting idea. All right. Okay, so they dropped the first trailer for Win or Lose. Win or Lose, the first trailer. We're not watching that. We're not watching this. That's gonna be a reaction on the channel later. But look at this. What is this? An army of 50 Buzz Lightyear toys who are struck in a malfunctioning play mode will be villains in Toy Story 5. Oh, that is cool. That's interesting. It's like they put like AI into the Buzz Lightyears, and the AI creates an army of toys to take over the world, and Andy's toys have to stop him. Oh, that'd be cool. That's really cool. The question is, are we gonna have Tim Allen and Tom Hanks come back to reprise, or are we having different actors this time around? Who knows? I really really don't know about what's gonna show up. Oh man, Disney and Pixar. We haven't gotten Star Wars and Marvel yet, and I think they can end it here. And this has just been a great presentation so far. Some really cool announcements. All right, so now my page is glitching out a bit. Yeah, so we're not watching that right now. So no new news yet. The big thing, guys, right now, if you're just joining, Avatar 3, called Fire and Ash was just announced. It will be the third Avatar film coming out next year, and it will be dealing with the Fire Nation people of the Na'vi. And we've kind of discussed, those be the first time where we're finally going to get Navi as more of the bad guys. We're going to have Navi versus Navi, which is going to be really cool to see. Of course, we've had Navi versus Avatars, but we've never had two Navi tribes go up against each other, and that's what could be cool. And what I also talked about was that maybe the humans form an allegiance with these Fire Navi to take down Jake Sully. That's what I think. But Avatar so far is the biggest news I think is coming out right now is Avatar 3. Like that's huge. Oh, this looks cool. Okay, a new original movie, Hoopers, follows a girl who switches braids with beavers to learn about the secret of beavers. John Hamill voiced the mayor trying to destroy the beavers' home. Okay, okay. Why is it called? Is it Hoppers or Hoopers? I think it's Hoppers. I think that's the name of the movie. It sounds interesting. When Pixar has an idea, they really run with it. Pixar. We might not know what the movie's about, but Pixar always has this way of getting emotions out of people. You look at Inside Out too, how psychologically emotional that movie was. You look at Elemental, a story about elements, but also about immigration, about love between different types of people. That's what the every single movie they tell has a story that anyone in the world can relate to. And this seems really interesting. Maybe a girl switching a brain with beavers. Maybe it's like she discovers that these beavers are being like subjugated to these cruel acts, and like it's her job to stop them. And maybe it's the beavers to try to help this girl who maybe is going through a hard time, to be more like a beaver, to be brave, because beavers, you think about it, they're pretty brave creatures. They build dams that could be destroyed. They can survive in the most hostile environments, in my opinion. Like it's a good idea. I'm not counting it out. I'm not counting any movie from Pixar out because Pixar can always has a chance to bring their A game every single time, and because they are Pixar, and also John Hamm will be in the film. I love John Hamm. It's really I can see John Hamm voicing a mayor in the film. I'm excited to see what the animation is going to be too. Oh, we got a small teaser for Toy Story 5. So this it doesn't look like I'm not gonna react to this. So this is just like the logo and it looks like the characters. That's what I'm seeing right now. Yep, Jesse's back, Buzz, Woody. Anything else? Yeah, it's just the logo of the movie. So it's not really a teaser, just like a tease of that the movie's announced. So yeah. All right. Anything else? No. So guys, Fire and Ash for Avatar 3 is now trending, which is great. Which is great. Like that was a genuine surprise that I did not think was gonna happen today. Was not gonna happen. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Here's the animation style. Okay. The firm follows a girl transfers her mind into a robot beaver to infiltrate their animal kingdom. Okay, so it's not just random beater. It's a beaver, that they actually will do it on purpose. So that could be an interesting idea. The animation looks different. This just looks like concept art, but it could be a movie about animal cruelty. It could be a movie about protecting our environments, which that would be an interesting take. I don't think they've done a movie. Pixar has done a movie about that yet. Guys, I'm going to be right back. I need to go get some more water because all this talk is hydrated. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm back. Just getting some water. We're gonna go refresh the page now. See if anything else has shown up. I think they're still on Pixar. Oh yes, Elo. Okay, I've been very interested in this Elo movie. It they released the teaser trailer a few like almost a year, a few months ago about like they think this boy is the leader of Earth, so they kidnap him to go in front of like this the count of all the species, determine like should Earth be trusted to join this Federation of Planets. I'm like, okay, looks interesting, and yeah, that's what it says, and it looks like Zoe Saldana will be in that. I'm expecting Zoe Saldana either is voicing the character's mother, or Zoe Saldana is going to be voicing one of the main antagonists, or maybe one of the aliens. We see in this picture right here. Uh, I don't really know what Pixar's approach to it is. Maybe it's about inclusion, different species coming together, or maybe it's another love story. I'd love Pixar to do another like type of elemental movie where it's a like a romantic comedy or a love drama movie. That'd be really cool to see. All right. Anything else? Okay. Right now, nothing else. Uh, if you guys are just joining us, the biggest thing that has been announced, in my opinion, so far has been the Avatar Fire and Ash movie officially announced title, with it coming out next Christmas or next December, if you want to be more accurate. And we got some concept art of the film, and we kind of talked about what the Navi could be in there. The Navi having an evil Fire Nation of Navi seems very very cool. Uh, Also, having me theorizing, maybe these evil Fire Nation Navi are going to team up with the humans to finally take down Jake Sully. And I see we have our first person in the chat. Hello, ahaha. Hello there. Hello, welcome. Welcome to this. Oh, we're just everything is firing on all cylinders right now, my friend. We are enjoying this Disney panel. They are bringing their A game. We're in the Pixar portion of the panel. And I think after Pixar, they're going to go into Star Wars. And I think they're going to end this in Marvel. Since we have a little bit less than an hour left in this panel or showcase, whatever you want to call it. But they're still doing Pixar right now. And Pixar, they're announcing some stuff, some really cool, interesting stuff. Oh, hey! Oh, a big announcement here, folks. A big announcement. Incredibles 3 is coming. I did not think they'd do this. With Brad Bird is returning to direct. Brad Bird, if you don't know, directed the other two movies. Oh, I love The Incredibles. Another movie I watched, I feel like about a billion times when I was a kid. Uh, if it's the first movie, if it's the iconic line, him saying like, look, there, right there, and he's like, coincidence? I think not. And then the second movie, one of my favorite lines from the movie is like, math, why the heck did they change math? And these movies are special. I do think the second one was not as good, but I do believe the second one made $1 billion. Let me look that up real quick. Incredibles box office. Yeah, it made $1.2 billion. So I think there's no way Disney is not capitalizing and making another one of these movies. So it is in development, no release date yet. So they are just announcing, hey, well, we are making Incredibles free. I'm excited to see what the story is. We have so much superhero content in the sphere right now. If you look at Invincible, this is more adult stuff, but Invincible, The Boys, Marvel, DC, I think what The Incredibles is, it's family oriented superheroes. So it's not just about superheroes. It's about a family who's going through a hard time. Like Mr. Incredible. That first movie is all about Mr. Incredible. Trying to deal with how to move on with not being a hero. And the second movie is about letting his wife take over as the main hero. And of course, I love the family elements of this movie. I love, every single character in these movies, and I'm excited that Incredibles 3 is officially coming back again. Oh, this should be amazing. Oh, official logo for Incredibles 3 coming soon to theaters. Okay, so I love that. Incredible symbol with 3 in there. They're getting a trilogy. It's so surprising that we are getting this movie because you look at, the date. So Incredibles 2 came out 2018. Incredible, the very first Incredibles, guys. Very first one. Let me find this release date right now. This movie came out 2004. So nearly a decade, nearly 14 years later, they made this. And now it looks like 5 years later, we're getting an announcement. The Incredibles are coming back, which this is amazing. Oh, man, not only Pixar brought their game, man. Pixar brought their game. What else are they going to announce? What else are you going to do? What else are you going to drop, Pixar? Because they can just end it here. All right. Okay, so Pixar just ended. Pixar just ended. So some Zootopia 2 news. Ki Hui Kwan winning Q He Kwan. He's going to be in Zootopia 2. Oh, see, Ki Hugh Kwan is one of those special actors where if I see him in something, I'm gonna go watch it. His personality, not just in front of the camera, but behind the camera, in interviews, how he talks about stories like he thought he was done. And now, after everything everywhere all at once, he's back in the game. He showed up to the Indiana Jones premiere, seeing Harrison Ford, then giving hugs out. He was great in Loki, and now he's back working for Disney in Zootopia 2. I hope he has a major role in the film. I really do. So it was also just announced that we are done with Pixar. Pixar is now go over there now halfway through, and all we have left now are the Marvel and Star Wars panels. I think Star Wars is next, and this has been the one people have been the most worried, but also the most interested in. I think personally, that's me. They have no idea what they're going to do. Star Wars. Very, very in a mixed reaction state right now, especially after they've had a lot of misses than hits recently. Uh, we talked about this before the live stream started. They got to make movies a president in this presentation. They got to announce movies. They got to say, okay, movie here, filming here, coming out here. and stick to those dates because we haven't had a new movie for Star Wars in theaters since The Rise of Skywalker, which a lot of people don't like. I personally think it's an okay movie, but a lot of people do not like that. So let's refresh the page. As I'm getting giddy right now, I don't know what's going to happen. All right, so I think they're just getting ready for the panel. So yeah, because they're halfway through over tonight. Might It might go a bit over tonight. I think they might have started a bit late. And now we're having connection problems. That's not good. All right, come on. Ah. Oh, okay, we're back. We're back. Okay. All right. So I guess now we're going to the Disney Studios. First logo for Frozen Free was just dropped, which it's just a logo, but we knew this was coming. I talked about before the show that they were going to announce Frozen Free. This is one of their most popular franchises that they've created. You look at the Frozen movies, I think those really impacted like their social icons. You know, you look at the first Frozen movie, how much of an impact that had when it came out in 2017, and you look at Frozen 2, which is one of the highest grossing animated films of all time, and that also when that movie came out, the pre-ticket sales almost sold out of every theater because people wanted to go see it. The Frozen franchise has been a juggernaut that they've created over at Disney, and I wonder where they're going to go with this story. You know, I don't know. Maybe they talk. Maybe it's a story about the parents. You know, they talk more about what happened to the parents. Oh, they okay. So Frozen Free. Okay, we got some news here. All right, Frozen Free will release in 2027. So 3 years from now, we're getting Frozen Free, and they're talking about that they might be doing a fourth film. Okay, so personally for me, you know, I'm not the Frozen guy. I'm not gonna be like day one in seats to go see Frozen Free. Not really, not really for me. But it looks like they're trying to make this into a huge blockbuster franchise still. Elsa, Anya, iconic Disney characters. Kristoff, Olaf, they created Olaf. This is an iconic franchise, no matter how you look at it. It is iconic, and it just makes total sense that they would come back and make this movie and possibly go for a fourth one if this movie makes as much money as the last one did. All right, so let's refresh the page and see if anything else is being announced yet. Okay, we got some concept art for Frozen Free right here. This looks pretty cool. It looks like Elsa has her white horse, and it looks like also that there is this like kingdom maybe in heavens. Maybe it's going more into like the spirits or maybe the lore of the Frozen world. That's pretty cool. But I wouldn't give it much. The Frozen movies, in my opinion, has always been about sisterhood. That's what it's always been about. The Frozen movies, it's always about how sisters always stick together, how friends and family, and that they've kind of not really made this into your typical Disney, romantic movie. It's between the love about sisters, which is I think what made the franchise work and what made it different from other Disney animated properties. All right, so let's go on to this. Let's see what anything else updated. No. Okay, we're still on Frozen Free. So we're not yet to Star Wars and Marvel yet. Star Wars and Marvel are not center stage yet. So they're doing this Frozen Free. I'm still hoping. I'm still praying my fingers for some maybe another announcement, but just from Disney, not from Pixar, just from Disney. Maybe talk about hey, we got this movie called Atlantis and the Lost Kingdom coming out. I'm like, what? You're making uh an Atlantis movie? That movie, the one I watched a billion times when I was a kid, or maybe a movie called Treasure Planet remake live action. That would get me really excited. All right, come on. Anything else that's new? No, they're still talking about Frozen Free right now. Still talking about Frozen Free. I'm just not interested in Frozen 3, guys. I'm sorry, it's not for me. It's not geared towards me and what I like. I have nothing against the movies. I think the Frozen movies are great. I've seen both of them. Yes, I have seen both of them. The first one is I saw that one because I had a little cousin at the time who absolutely fell in love with Frozen and just wouldn't stop talking about it. And I watched the second one a few years later on Disney Plus, and I really enjoyed that one too. I think they're both really, really great movies. I don't know which one I actually like better. I actually kind of like them equally the same. I thought they were really, really good, interesting stories. And I really love the world they've set up in the Frozen world. It's very, very cool. All right, come on, give me something. All right, this is just the Avatar stuff again. That's probably the biggest announcement so far. I would say Avatar. Biggest announcement so far has been the Avatar. I think the second one has been Incredibles 3. That has been a Pixar brought their game, announced Incredibles 3. That was probably my most second. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're making another Incredibles movie. Like, oh my gosh. Me, I love superheroes. Superheroes are my jam. I think that's a lot of said for you new. We all love superheroes because superheroes are cool. All right. Yep, still on Frozen. All right. No. They could be swifting gears to Star Wars or Marvel right now. And those are the two I'm most excited for. Most excited for those ones. Star Wars, just see what they got. And Marvel, I don't know what Marvel. I honestly don't know what Marvel can announce. You know, Marvel, they can announce so much. They could talk about so much. And we do have some trailer reactions we are going to be doing after this is over. That is for Moana 2. We haven't watched that trailer yet. And we got to do for the Pixar's first animated series. I can't remember. It's like maybe I can't remember the name. It's about baseball. It's down the list somewhere. We kind of talked about it kind of already. That's a project that I've been waiting to hear about for a little while, and it looks pretty interesting. But nope. Okay, I think there's guys. I think we're shifting tiers right now towards Star Wars. Right now, I think they're going to Star Wars next. It's got to be Star Wars next, unless they got some more Disney like original stuff they're announcing. But yeah, if you just got here, Frozen 3 was just announced. They dropped some concept art, and they said that the the movie will be coming out 2026 one. And we're just waiting for more content. They have not done anything for Star Wars or Marvel yet. Those are probably going to be the last ones. I think for Marvel, they already have Comic Con, so that's going to be a lot more of a lighter presentation they're going to do. So that is a very much a possibility. I think Marvel just talks about some of their TV shows, and that's about it. People are hoping for like, oh, they're going to announce a lot of things. They're going to announce an X-Men movie. I'm like, I wouldn't throw it out of the park that they do that, but I don't think it's a very high likely that X-Men. They talk about X-Men. Like there is a Marvel animation stuff they're talking about Marvel animation tomorrow. Like that might be something interesting. I'll talk about. Maybe live stream that as well. But yeah, we got nothing else right now. And the presentation, they still got it. They said like a few minutes ago they were halfway through this. They were halfway through the Disney Entertainment presentation. We have already done 20th Century has gone. They got that was Avatar. Pixar has officially gone, and now we've got some stuff from Disney as well. Disney has just the Disney like animation, not Pixar, but they have announced Moana 2. Not announced it, but play another trailer for Moana 2. Had some stuff for Toy Story 5. Announced release date, not tell us about the story. Announced the director for it. And then they also have just done Frozen 3. Frozen 3 just announced. And confirmed it's not coming out for a couple years. Yeah, still nothing yet, guys. Still nothing. Just waiting on some more news. Like they have not done anything with Star Wars or Marvel yet. So if you guys are just joining, they have not done the ones you guys are probably looking forward to the most. Yeah, 12 minutes ago they said they were about halfway through. The entertainment panel with Marvel and Star Wars still to go. Yeah, so we're just like sitting here waiting for more updates right now. They could be doing a bunch of like intros for the Star Wars panel or for the Marvel panel. I don't know, guys. I don't know. A lot of you think we're gonna get some really like huge announcements. I don't see us getting a whole bunch of like really huge announcements from Marvel. I think Star Wars could drop some stuff. Star Wars could make a pop right now. So far, the biggest pop for me has been Avatar 3, with the concept art and us under discussion about what the movie could possibly be and like some of the theories I have about it. Very excited for that. Second's probably been Incredibles 2. Incredibles 2 was and that made me a little bit freak out because I no, not Incredibles 2, Incredibles 3. Incredibles 3, because I love that franchise. I didn't think they'd make another one. I never thought they'd make another one. Okay, why am I getting stuff from like 34 minutes ago? Yeah, so this right here, if you're seeing this is the Avatar concept art and the official title and logo. It looks amazing. It's so interesting, and they got so many different creatures and biomes. They said that they'll be introducing in the film. But yeah, that's a movie that I think could be another $2 billion hit. Definitely a $2 billion hit because it's Avatar free. Both movies made 2 billion plus, so no way this third one does it. I think. All right, I'm having some technical difficulties right now, guys. All right, I'm trying to get it. Like I told you guys earlier, my Wi-Fi has been very hit and miss. We're not getting any updates as of right now. I don't know why. Like we should have got an update by now about something. Something should have shown up. Maybe they're like taking an interim break right now. But yeah, discussing an update, anything new. Oh, I think we just got something. We just got something from. I think just something just showed up. Let me refresh the page again. Okay, here we go. So a stage musical adaptation of The Greatest Showman is in the works. That is a great idea. What a great, great, great idea. I love the music for The Greatest Showman. Of course, they made a joke about The Greatest Showman in Deadpool and Wolverine. I think The Greatest Showman is a very underrated musical. I think it's produced one of the best, some of the most uh, maybe some of the not the most iconic, but some of the most entertaining music in the last few years. Lin Manuel Miranda, great Hugh Jackman, Zendaya, Zac Efron. It's such a great movie. Of course, they probably won't be reprising their roles, but it's cool that they still want to do like a musical adaptation, which I want to go see that musical. I don't know if it's a is it a live musical or is it just a musical movie, like a new movie? I think it's a just a musical, like a Broadway production maybe, but I don't know why they announced that in this section. Yeah, so Grace Showman is coming. I don't know if it's a new movie though. I can't tell if it's a new movie. I can't tell if it's a new movie because they're not specifying if it is. Yeah, it feels like it's a Broadway play they put it on. Like Disney's going to do a Broadway play of the Great Showman. That's what it feels like. Yeah, see, a stage musical adaptation. So it's going to be like a play. So yeah, that's interesting. That it's not really getting a pop for me, but yeah, interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Right, guys? Right, guys? All right. Still waiting for the more newsies. come on. We need some more stuff. Where is Star Wars and Marvel? No, I'm being kind of pesty, guys, but like we're almost 30 minutes, or almost to 30 minutes left in this whole presentation, and Star Wars and Marvel has not many presents left. It's starting to make me realize that they might not be having their two biggest studios, not have a big presence here. All right, come on. That was from 38 minutes ago. That's not Disney. What do we, yep, still the Great Showman thing is the thing that's up right now. Your Great Showman is the thing that's headlining right now. It's what people are talking about. So no Marvel and Star Wars yet, guys. I wonder what's the deal with that. Like no updates on that yet. We were getting updates really quick, and now it's just kind of died down. It's just kind of died down. Yeah, so like if you guys like want to leave and like say like okay, cool, I'll wait for the Star Wars Marvel to come back. I'd say this is a good time to leave. Go get your dinner, go get a little snack, go get some popcorn. Wait till we start talking about the big things, the big, big, big things. Yep, it's still the Great Showman. Still the Great Showman. It's possible they could be transitioning, like I've said many times before, into Star Wars or Marvel by now. Because it is almost an hour 30 into this presentation. And it seems like they are spending like limited time on really each presentation, just talking, quickly about the movie, the announcement. Sometimes they show concept art. We only really got two trailers. That's Moana and that Pixar series, which I can't remember the name for. I think it was called like Next Goal or something. We're in Star Wars now. We're not gonna watch it. We are not watching it. Okay. So we just got a trailer for Star Wars Skeleton Crew, which is now being confirmed, comes out December 3rd. Now we can start talking about Star Wars and Skeleton Crew. What I have heard about Skeleton Crew is that it has been very mixed. People have said some people like it, some people hate it. If you know what I'm talking about they usually studios before they put out a show or movie, they show it to a rare select of people. They watch it and then they give their like taste, like kind of like a survey. And it's been very, very hit or miss with this show. And of course, Star Wars has been very hit or miss lately. Very, very hit and miss with Star Wars. After Acolyte, after Ahsoka just being okay. The last good thing I remember watching for Star Wars was Andor. That's the best thing. Of course, there's other Star Wars movies like The Bad Batch, which that actually has really good reviews. I just wasn't a fan. I did not like The Bad Batch in the last season of Clone Wars. I didn't really feel like, okay, I want to watch the entire show about them. I didn't want to see that. I would rather have had a show about like Captain Rex, see what he was doing after right after the fall of the Galactic Republic. That would be interesting to see. But Skeleton Crew, it's kind of like Stranger Things in Star Wars. If that gives you an idea what it's about. So yeah, we're still, just on the trailer for Skeleton Crew. Do I think Star Wars gonna make some big announcements? I think they're gonna make at least one. I think they're gonna talk more about that Mando Grogu movie. Maybe talk about Dave Filoni's Star Wars. That would be a good thing for them to talk about. I think something might need to talk about that movie. Uh, just because it's the next big movie coming out, and they just haven't really shared any information about what the story is. People think it's just like a season 4 of The Mandalorian, but like if you're just doing a season 4 of The Mandalorian, why wouldn't you just do season 4? Why do you have to do this Mandalorian Grogu movie? That's the question. And Star Wars community is very divided on what they're doing with it right now. Especially, I know someone who really loves Star Wars and is not a fan of what has been happening with the franchise. He would my friend. He's a really big Star Wars guy. He loves Star Wars. He didn't even finish. He watched what? I think he watched like 3 episodes of Aquaman, and then he stopped. I watched it all the way through because I did for the channel, so you guys could like enjoy it. But he stopped watching it because he hated it. He did not like it. Oh, we got some more news. We got Andor news. Okay, let's read this. Diego Luna is now talking about Andor season 2. I've lived with Cassian Andor for almost 10 years now. Yeah, he's been Andor for a long time. When did Rogue One come out? Rogue One was like 2016, so he must have been cast like maybe 2014. He must have been cast in the role because it takes a while to get the rest of the cast, get the story set up. But yeah, man, he's played Cassian Andor for a decade now, and only like 2 projects though. But I'm so excited for Andor season 2 because I think Andor has been one of the best things Star Wars has done in a long, long time. Because it wasn't didn't if you take out all the Star Wars in that Andor show, it is a great political drama show. It's about the start of a revolution, the start of these rebels, rising and fighting back against the tyranny of the Empire. That is interesting. That is what is interesting about this next of Andor, kind of with this rebellion coming to fruition and coming into existence. And let's go back to see if there's any other updates. Not looking like any other updates right now. Not looking like it. Yeah, so we just got that. We only got about 30 minutes left in this thing. And I don't know how long they're gonna talk about Star Wars for. I have no idea how long they're gonna talk about Star Wars for. But